introduce yourself?
Supa Slom, hip-hop medicine man, salute. We in the Russian bathhouse, Spa 88, Lower Manhattan.
Let's talk about social awareness, social activism.
Social activism, yeah.
As a social activist, what is your proudest moment that you've achieved but for other people, not yourself?
The Unify the Hood, Heal the Hood platform, which encompasses the social healing, working with brothers and sisters who are in the streets and prone to gang violence and that whole situation, and providing a safe space for them to come and build and work on principles that are about empowering the community, that are not having them in the vacuum of gang violence. You know, that has been a very powerful aspect of the work that I do. And the other aspect is the holistic healing with the initiative I started called Holistic Wellness for the Hip Hop Generation. I did a holistic film documentary on holistic health a few years back. The first of its kind for this generation, visually, with Common, Erica Badu, Deb Prez, Ben Vereen, and other notables in the entertainment business, giving their testimonies on health and wellness. So those two together, that platform has allowed me to go into high schools and junior high schools and talk about health and wellness for young people, show the film, and out of that came a project, a music project called the Soundtrack Holistic Wellness, where I was able to do a whole bunch of songs for middle school kids on health and wellness. You know what I'm saying? So the social healing and the holistic healing together, Unify the Hood, Heal the Hood is the platform, and allows me to consistently get back to the arts and get back to the work.
Okay, so with Unify the Hood.
Unify the Hood.
Okay. Explain that to me. You were active in facilitating discussions between Crips and Bloods. Now, that's not exactly something that you can walk around town square, stick up a bulletin, and invite people.
Right.
You know, it's not like sending out invitations to a tea party. You kind of got to know the players.
That's right. That's right.
Have some influence. So, what in your youth put you in the position to do that, and how were you able to make it happen?
Well, New York, as of this year, it's been 15 years since those particular West Coast streets organizations have been influencing the East Coast. My whole neighborhood, Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, majority Bloods, and it's everybody I came up and grew up with. Also, in my family, I have family from South Central California, and from their Bloods and Crips on both sides of my family, and then down south. So with me coming, I was banging a little bit when I was younger. I almost lost my life in it. There wasn't, you know, that was a wake-up call for me. And then as I woke up, get that wake-up call, I said, you know, I come from a legacy of some serious positive principles and awareness. So, you know, I got to take this and get back to it. So in the street element, what I've learned from the streets, organizing a lot of elders around me, I linked a lot of brothers and sisters who were still active in the street crowd culture, what they call Crips and Bloods or gangs, but they were trying to do positive things like different truces and different things, trying to bring brothers and sisters together. And amongst that, I found a lot of comrades in that struggle across the board, from the West Coast, Midwest, South, in Brooklyn and New York. And I just can continue to make those inroads in those situations with them in that effort. And out of that, we've helped a lot of situations be distinguished, you know, extinguished that could have been volatile. And we organized brothers and sisters around police brutality. You know, we organized them into food drives, into like putting down their weapons to pick up the mics. That was one of our few of our campaigns.
So here's a question. A lot of times positive things come out of negative situations.
Right.
And it all depends how you use your eyes, how you view. What do you think the most positive thing to come out of Rodney King? We were talking earlier today and you mentioned that.
The positive that came out of Rodney King was that brothers and sisters in South Central that were known for killing each other pretty much every day, they decided, they saw an injustice outside of them that was bigger than the things that they were doing to themselves. At least they perceived it that way. It was pretty much the police brutality they saw, they felt that it was unjust, which allowed them to look at their own mirror, like, wow, you know, we're doing similar things to ourselves, you know, so hold up, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying, we blaming the pigs in the system, but what also are we doing to ourselves? So I think it was a wake-up call for brothers and sisters at that time, and out of of that inspiration and that truth, as you would say, you know, that seed stayed in me, because I had family members that were, you know, part of the riots out there and part of that whole initiative. And when some of them years later, you know, kind of got weak with that ball, me and other young brothers and sisters from that community in the East Coast, we felt the inspiration to continue that effort of healing and peace and unity amongst ourselves, you know, and bringing that. And because of the holistic work I'm doing, I realize a lot of brothers and sisters who are banging, who are hustling, they have a lot of problems health-wise. Asthma, you know, diabetes, various skin conditions. They have hair really jacked up, you know. So it works holistically, the work I'm doing in terms of the unifatherhood, healhood, because it's like, my thing is, let's begin to take that warriorship now and build ourselves up. All that same energy we're using to burn out and go crazy out here, let's take those initiatives and begin to build up. And it resonates with brothers and sisters, because a lot of them are walking around banging on each other because they banged out themselves. You know what I'm saying? They feeling internally banged out. So that sense of wanting to lash out on somebody else and feeling weak and feeling deprived, you know, knowing that I'm tired of feeling like this, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, you know, allows me to come in now with the principles and start to reach out to the brothers who see death all the time and want an outlet to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I center and concentrate myself without letting that rage build up in me and want to lash out and kill somebody? So, you know, you teach them principles like that. You teach them principles on health and fitness, and how to, like, you know, when you're frustrated, man, you know, hit the gym. Let's go hit the park. Let's work some of that frustration out. Do you have any arts and things that you're talented with? Let's pick up some of those principles and begin to, you know, so finding healthy alternatives to brothers and sisters across the